Hello children, how are you all? Hope you are fine and good. I am a teacher Dakshayani, handling biology from Bharadasnar Metric Higher Secondary School, Arakonam. Children, today we are going to see 9th standard biology, chapter 8. What is the name of the chapter, children? Five Kingdom Classification. So, what are all the things we discussed in the previous session? So, let us recap, right? So, in the previous session, we have discussed about the two kingdom classification. We discussed about the two kingdom classification. And what are all the two kingdoms? Yes, very good. One is kingdom Plantae and the second one is kingdom Animaliae. Right. But fungus was not included, right? And there was a controversy in classifying Euglena, because Euglena they classified under the animal kingdom, but Euglena possessed the chloroplast. So, two kingdom classification was not accepted by everyone. And later on, three kingdom classification it was given by, so now we are following the five kingdom classification. It was given by R.H. Whittaker. So, let us go into the topic. So, R.H. Whittaker in the year 1969, he proposed the five kingdom classification. So, what are all the things involved in the five kingdom classification is that Monera, Protista, Fungi, Plantae and Animaliae. So, let us see one by one. So, R.H. Whittaker classification is based on three main things. One is the cell structure, second one is mode of nutrition and body organization. So, first one, in the cell structure, there are two types of organisms, children. One is prokaryotic and another one type is eukaryotic. What do you mean by prokaryotic? Prokaryotic means, pro means primitive. Karyo means nucleus. So, the organisms with the primitive nucleus, they don't have any membrane bound organelles. Such organisms are classified as prokaryotes, and the remaining organisms, U means true and karyo means nucleus. The organisms with the true nucleus. For example, if you take our cell, right? What are all the things you can see, children? We can see a well defined nucleus. Nucleus possesses nuclear membrane. It possesses nuclear membrane and then nuclear pore, then it has a nucleolus and then it consists of nucleic acids, that is DNA. So, we possess the well-defined nucleus, hence we are classified under the eukaryotes. So, based on their cell structure, the organisms are classified as prokaryotes and eukaryotes. And next classification is based on mode of nutrition, right? Nutrition in the sense, the main thing is that autotrophic. What do you mean by autotrophic? Some organisms can prepare their food on their own. For example, plants, with the help of photosynthesis, they can synthesize their own food. So, such organisms are classified under the autotrophic, and the organisms which depend on the other are termed as heterotrophic So, fungus, we human beings cannot have nutrition without depending on anybody, right? We depend on the plants and we depend on the animals for our food. So, we are classified as heterotrophic. So, based on their mode of nutrition, the organisms are classified as autotrophic and heterotrophic. And the third thing which was involved in classification is a body organization. Some of the organisms are very simple, that is they possess only single cell, and some organisms possess many cells and are complex in nature, right? So, the organisms which possess single cell are classified under unicellular, and the organisms with many cells group form a tissues, many tissues join together to form an organ. So, the organisms which possess the complex nature, we say it as multi cellular. So how the classification is based on, children? The classification is based on, RH Whittaker classification is based on three things. One is the cell structure, next one is the mode of nutrition, and the last one is body organization. So now we can see the 5 kingdom classification. In the 5 kingdom classification, the first one is Monera, right? Or Monera or unicellular prokaryotes. Unicellular prokaryotes. Mostly in Monera, bacteria are involved. All the majority of bacteria are classified under the prokaryotes only. They are single celled and they do not have the well defined nucleus. And blue green algae, everything comes under the Monera. So next one is Protista. The organisms which are unicellular eukaryotes are classified under the Protista. So based on the cell organization, unicellular, both Monera and Protista are unicellular, but Monera is prokaryotic but Protista is eukaryotic. That is, they possess the true nucleus. And the third one is a fungi. Fungi is multicellular. Fungi is multicellular, eukaryotic, right? Only this Monera is prokaryotic. Remaining all the things are eukaryotes. So multicellular and they are heterotrophic. What do you mean by heterotrophic? They depend on the other organisms for their food. For example, if you take a mushroom, after the rainy days, after the rainy next day or after a week of raining, what happens, children? The mushroom starts to grow, right? Mushroom grows on the dead and decay matter, right? So some of the fungi are saprophyte, that is, they depend on the dead organisms, and some of the fungi are parasites. So they depend on other, hence they are classified as heterotrophic. Heterotrophic, and the example for fungus is mushroom. And the fourth kingdom in the 5 kingdom classification is Plantae. The Plantae are multicellular, eukaryotic, and one more important characteristics of the plants is that they are autotrophic. What do you mean by autotrophic? They can synthesize their own food with the help of a sunlight, water and chlorophyll. Plants can synthesize their own food. Algae, all the flowering plants comes under the kingdom Plantae. And the 5th kingdom of classification is Animaliae. All the animals, birds, insects, including we human beings, come under the kingdom Animaliae. Animaliae, they are multicellular, hence they possess many cells. We say them as multicellular, and they possess true nucleus, hence they are called as eukaryotic, and they depend on other organisms for their food, so they are said to be heterotrophic, right? So these are the 5 kingdoms under the RH Whittaker classification. So now let us see the outline of 5 kingdom classification. So first one, the organisms are classified into 2 major categories. One is the organisms with the primitive nucleus, that is prokaryotes and eukaryotes, right? Prokaryotes and eukaryotes, all the prokaryotes comes under the kingdom Monera. And later on the eukaryotes is classified into 2 things. One is unicellular and multicellular. Unicellular and multicellular. So the unicellular eukaryotes in Protista, right? Kingdom Protista includes all the unicellular eukaryotes. Unicellular prokaryotes come under Monera and unicellular eukaryotes come under unicellular. And again the multicellular is divided into 2 categories, that is presence of cell wall based on the presence of cell wall and absence of cell wall. Absence of cell wall. So based on their presence of cell wall, the multicellular eukaryotes are classified into two. One is a fungi and kingdom Plantae. Right? Based on the nutrition, the fungi are heterotrophic. Fungi are heterotrophic. Plants are autotrophic. Plants are autotrophic. And absence of cell wall, kingdom Animaliae. Because animals do not possess the cell wall, they possess only the plasma membrane. So this is the outline of 5 kingdom classification. And here the plants possess chlorophyll. They both possess the cell wall, but the main difference between fungi and the plants is that fungi do not possess the chlorophyll and they depend on the other organisms, hence they are said to be heterotrophic, but plants can synthesize their own food, hence they are said to be autotrophic. So let us recap what are all the things we discussed in this session, children. We discussed about the 5 kingdom classification. Who proposed the 5 kingdom classification? R.H. Whittaker. R.H. Whittaker. R.H. Whittaker in the year 1969. In the year 1969, and what are all the kingdoms involved in 5 kingdom classification? Kingdom Monera, Protista, fungi, Plantae and Animaliae. So with this session comes to an end, children. In the description we have attached the study material, assessment and question bank for this lesson. Go through it. Thank you, children. Have a nice day.